On today's episode, we're taking a look at a club that is a specialty club. For those of you that struggle out of bunkers, this thing could be a lifesaver. So many folks really fret being in the sand. It's nerve-wracking, they get the jitters, they start doing all sorts of things. My friend Wade, when he started this show, used to take 2, 3, 4 whacks out of a bunker before he'd get the ball out. This club promises to be the fix and the solution to that problem. On today's video, we're taking a look at the BX1 from a fellow YouTuber, Clay Ballard of Top Speed Golf. He developed this club and he thinks it's going to completely change the game. Let's find out. All right, taking a look down at this one, as you can see, what stands out to me is a huge wide sole, and you've got some sole relief here as well. Now, what that's gonna do is help it glide through the sand, not get stuck digging in, so you don't fat one and dump it right back in the bunker. That is a fate worse than death. Other crazy thing about this is these wings here at the back. They're almost like tailpipes, and if you can see it, they're hollow. And there's a huge hollow cavity underneath of those tailpipes as well. What that does, if you study golf club technology, is it moves the mass, the weight of this club, it shifts it from the bottom up towards the back and towards the top. And what that's gonna do is help you get the ball up in the air quicker. Now, as you can see, this is a 63-degree wedge, so it is made to get up in the air immediately as well. So everything about this club to promote not getting stuck and getting the ball up as quickly as possible. Taking a look here at the grooves, as you can see, I've hit a few shots there towards the toe. I've noticed this is very forgiving where I normally strike my chips and my sand shots. But those grooves nice and deep as well, getting a lot of spin from this one. With this wild alien design, you're probably asking yourself, is this conforming? And I did ask Clay Ballard and he said it is, so that's good news. You can use this in any competition or scored handicap play. Very important to a lot of folks. So the concept behind this BX1 is ease of use, where you don't have to adjust your swing, you don't have to adjust the club face, opening it up, you don't have to cut across the ball, you don't have to do anything but just take your normal, regular, everyday swing at this one. So what we're gonna do is drop a few balls here in the bunker and see how we get out. All right, so I've got 3 balls here in the bunker. And again, I'm not gonna try to think about doing anything other than taking a normal swing at this. And I'm just slightly gonna move it up in my stance from where I'd normally play it because I wanna hit dirt, let the sand move the ball. And that is out. Pretty good. A little bit more power. We can get that one tight, but that slid through the sand so nicely. They say it's impossible to chunk this one. There's a really good one. That's a nice check on it too. It's effortless, I've got to say. I'm not really thinking about anything other than taking a regular swing at this one. Caught that one a little heavier, but we're still gonna have a putt at it. It seems to be such a cheat code because you can hit it a little bit fat, you can hit it a little bit thin, it's still gonna pop it right up out of there, and the results are gonna be pretty darn good. Now, this being a 63-degree wedge, it allows me to take a very normal swing at it. I don't have to be tentative, and I see people make tentative little strokes with a sand wedge because they don't know exactly the pressure or how hard to hit it or exactly how far behind the ball to hit it. With this one, basically what I'm doing is trying to aim about a ½ an inch behind the ball. Look at that. That's a thing of beauty. About a 75% swing, and there it is out. And now I'm putting. Let's take one more here. Caught it a little cleaner, but again, we are out and safe and easy. It's just super simple. These putts are pretty makeable. They're not the closest I've ever hit a bunker shot, but this one is 12 feet. Probably put it in with a wedge. This one is more like 8 feet. The game doesn't have to be hard, it can be easy. This one makes it easy. Now, is it a versatile club? That's the other thing we've got to explore. So let's hit a couple chip shots here and find out. If I made the second one, you wouldn't have believed me, right? Probably would have thought it was like AI or something. All right, so what we're gonna do here is hit just a little bit of a chip shot. Let's see how a 63-degree wedge does for us outside of the bunker. I always personally just find it hard to hit a club for one shot in my bag. You only get 14 clubs. I like to be able to use them in other areas. So I'm gonna play this one a little bit back in my stance, just hit my normal chip shot, which I am trying to hit it more of a descending downward strike here. I actually hit it fat, but because there's so much bounce on this club, it glided right through there, and it kind of helped down a really poor shot there. Definitely not my best effort, but that'll work. I'm trying to give myself, by the way, a lie that's not too good, but not horrible either. Shot 2. Better contact there. It popped right out, and I need to put a little bit more speed on it, but that's 7 feet there. I hit it just a little harder. Like that. Ooh, it checked up nice. That one's a kick-in. So yeah, this club will work around the green as well. Again, I don't have to put too much thought into it. Other than there, I just kind of controlling my speed with the club. I didn't have to think about hitting perfect contact every single time. I could shut my brain off a little bit, if that makes sense. How about a full shot out of the fairway? Now with a 58-degree wedge, I hit it about 90 yards on a max shot. We are into the wind here a little bit, but what I'm gonna do is go out to about 75 yards. I think that's probably gonna be about the right distance. And we're gonna see what this thing does once it hits the green. Look at that. Woof. That thing really spun. Tell you what, it feels good coming off this club. Now you've got a shaft on here that's a graphite wedge flex shaft. Gives it a nice soft kind of buttery feel coming off this cast club though. Graphite always feels a little better. Boy, nice and high. That thing just completely stopped on a dime. All right, one more here. Pinch that pretty good. Oh baby, boy, that was almost in. Look where those things landed. Lots and lots of check off this wedge. So when I measured that, it was 65 yards, those shots, and I was taking about a 90% swing. So yeah, about 75 yards is gonna be my max with my swing speed, but whenever you hit like a 58-degree wedge, knock about 10 yards off, and that's about what you're gonna hit the 63 if you're gonna take a full shot with it. And as you can see, it works. All right, one more thing I've got to test, because for me, this is the hardest shot in golf, where you've got a hazard that you've got to carry, and you've got a pin that is short-sided. Can we knock it tight here with the BX1? I'm gonna give myself a downhill lie, and this thing could be pretty darn nasty. Now on a short chip with the downhill lie, I really appreciate this being 63 degrees, because again, I don't really have to feel like I have to open the face up crazy. Just gonna hit a normal shot here. See if we can get the weight of it right, that's the key. Oh boy, come on, get in the hole. Oh my goodness, that is an incredible shot. That is one I don't normally have in my golf bag. Just super soft and feathery. Whew, beautiful. I couldn't do it twice in a row, could I? Oh baby, that's unreal. That's 10 out of 10 difficulty there. And this thing handled it like a champ. In fact, here's where the two balls are. One right there and one just past the camera and rolled out. I've got probably 12 feet there, 8 feet there, maybe less, maybe 7. Unreal. So this club, as you can see, is not just a one-trick pony. There are different ways that you can use it and use it very effectively around the greens. Incredible release here from Clay. I really love this BX1. If you struggle out of the traps, you're gonna love this club, but it's gonna make some of those other shots out on course a lot easier too. I hope you enjoyed this review. Check it out. I'm gonna leave some links down below, and I'll catch you back here next time on another edition of Let's Play Through.